Well, hello and welcome to the Black Entrepreneurs Institute Live. Tonight we have a special episode and I'm excited to be here. I'm one of your co-founders, Nicole Rankin, with my partner and fellow BEI co-founder, Cedric LaFleur.
Well, hello.
Hey, we are here going to hold it down while Angela is away, making money moves out there, elevating her mindset and money. So we're excited. So, Cedric, what's going on? I heard you got some exciting things going on this quarter. You recently have became a brand new author. So how is that? Tell us about that experience.
Yes, that's an exciting experience. I am the new proud author of The Blueprint for Manager Success. And here's how this started, Nicole. It's amazing, but really, God gave me this vision back in August of last year. And in September, I rolled out to people who are in the 100K Club and said, hey, who would like to write a chapter in this book? 7 people stepped up and they wrote one chapter each, and I wrote 3 chapters. And we had one person who has already written 7 books, and she helped lead the process for us. And for me, it was a wonderful experience. I got to write. Now I went to Belize and wrote my 3 chapters. I set out on I was like nice ocean view, and every morning I'd get up early and I'd write my chapters and fine tune them. And that whole week, that's what I did. So when I write my next book, I have to be somewhere on the water.
I was about to say you starting a precedent.
Exactly. My beach house won't be built by the time I get ready to do the next one. So I have to figure out where I'm going to go, just get on the water, and that calm, relaxing thing helped me just write, and it just flowed. But the process really was very good, very easy. Tawanna Wilson is the person that led our group of authors through this process, and her company is the company that's doing the editing and formatting and all that stuff for us right now. And the book will come out in April timeframe.
Wonderful. That's a wonderful. And how many of those are they all new authors and just having that collaboration? Wow.
Yeah. So all 6 of the 7 are new authors. Tawanna wrote one of the chapters as well, but she has written 6 or 7 books already. Wow. But everybody else is a new author. See, the vision was was that to help other people become authors.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And through this process, we really did. And people that didn't think that they were going to write a book anytime soon, right? And now they are published authors. And guess what? I'm not stopping there. We're going to do, and here's how I wrote this out. I said, you don't have to pay a dime. All you have to do is commit your time to write the chapter. See, because here's what happens, Nicole. People will let money dictate what they do or not. Even though they want it, they don't want to, they will let that stand in the way of their dream.
Yeah.
So I wanted how you can clarify if it's somebody's dream or not. Take money off the table, make it a non-issue, and then you'll see if people step up. And those six people stepped up, and they did a phenomenal job. So we're going to do this again. We've already identified 7 authors for a youth leadership book that we're going to write. Awesome. And also we're going to write a kids leadership book. I'm doing another book with my son that we'll have out late this year. It'll be ready for Christmas time.
Awesome. I love that. And it just goes to show the power of togetherness, collaboration, of, a lot of things that you think you can't do, but when you get together with a team, we always said 1 is too small of a number for success. So I love just the mindset that you have, and you always have that. You want to see other people succeed and want to serve and help other people. And that was just another great example of the things that you do and how you bring everybody together. So awesome. room. So you're out there, you get the book, right? We
Yes,
need you to get the book.
absolutely. We can give you the pre-order link, and I have a special gift for everyone that pre-orders the book. And so if you want the link, we can definitely put that out there for you. And we're excited. We know that helping new managers become good leaders or great leaders is a need out there. A lot of times organizations promote people from being a great individual contributor, but they never teach them how to be a great leader of people.
That's true. That's true. The
So
irony.
that's the whole purpose
Yeah.
of this book, right? It's to help organizations with that. And it's really designed to help organizations learn how to recruit, hire, and retain phenomenal leaders.
I love that. I love that. So we'll definitely make sure you get the link so you can support and get the book, get your book for the team, and definitely support this endeavor. I love it. So, tonight's show is all about, again, helping people and expanding platforms. And we are excited because we just wrapped up another cohort of the Black Entrepreneurs Business Bootcamp, right? So we have been doing this for, 2 years now. We are on cohort number 7. And like I said, each time it just is, as we say, get gooder and gooder. Can I use that?
Yeah. She has a PhD, folks, so don't worry about it.
I know real English, but it gets gooder and gooder. Tonight, it gets gooder and gooder. And, every time we see just the entrepreneurs come in from where they are to where they end up being in the course of 8 weeks, it's just phenomenal. And so tonight we wanted to take an opportunity to share our boot campers with you and their wonderful experience and just celebrate them. So we have one of our boot campers who came through for the 8-week intensive Black Entrepreneurs Business Bootcamp. They graduated, and just excited to have her on the show. And she'll be sharing her experience and talking about her business and her experience in the bootcamp. So I want to introduce to everybody Miss Deneen Humphrey.
Hello. What's up?
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. So guys, let me just share, because everybody comes with a different background. So let me share with you about Deneen. So Deneen adopted the mantra, it's a great day to be great. So you're going to hear her say that all the time, right? It's a great day to be great. She is the CEO of DR Humphrey Group and the founder of A Greater Glory Ministries. And with more than 30 years bivocational experience, she brings a can-do approach to every opportunity and to every obstacle. And being a divorced mother of 2 daughters, Deneen is proof positive the success may come in various forms. And at the end of it all, you'll find her declaring it's good because it's all God. So we are excited to have Deneen on the show today. And, we want to hear about your experience. But first, before we go into the bootcamp experience, what is your business? Tell us the name of your business and who you serve.
The name of my business is the DR Humphrey Group. Before we do that, let me backtrack. Thank you, Nicole, Dr. Nick, for having me. Thank you, Cedric, for inviting me. And thank you, Angela, in your absence, for inviting me to this platform to share your platform with your audience on tonight. The name of my group is the DR Humphrey Group. And what we do is we assist women who are just kind of over it. Have you ever felt like I have gone the last mile of the way? You'll remember that old song, right? When I've gone the last mile of the way. Mm-hmm. You feel like that I just don't have anything else to give. I'm just stuck. I don't know what to do next. Well, we come in as a support to empower, to educate, and to lift you, that woman. We actually minister to women ages 45 and up, but those are not the only women that we support. I find that we have found that women ages 45 and up have lived a lot of their lives, especially Christian women, and they have given all of their service, and they've given all that they have to God, to the church, to their families, to every other, to charity groups, every other external entity. And they get to a place, Nicole and Cedric, where they realize that I've given everything to everyone else and I have saved nothing for myself. And as a result of that, they find themselves in situations where we're going through the motions, right? We're wearing these masks and everything on the outside looks great. But on the inside, we're feeling broke, busted, and disgusted. On the inside, we're frustrated and angry. On the inside, we are disappointed. On the inside, we feel like I just can't do it. And I've hit a brick wall and I don't have any other place to go. But on the outside, we look beautiful. MAC is really expensive and it does a great job, right? Mary Kay Love Lash does an amazing job. It's even waterproof. It hides your tears when you're crying at night and no one else sees the tears, right? Mm-hmm. I can be crying at 10:50, and at 11 o'clock, I'm ready to go forth and run through troops and leap over walls. But on the inside, I'm empty. I'm running on empty. And so we've come along in the D.R. Humphrey group to empower that woman, to educate her, to help her understand that it's okay to grab her me back and to help her redevelop who she is from the inside out, and to love who she is from the inside out.
Wow. Well, look at you. This is all in International Women's Day, right?
That's right.
Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm not going to be mad at you. I love it.
That's right. What a great day to be a woman, right? High five you, girl.
That's what they tell me. I don't know. I'm
you
not
never,
one.
you never had that experience?
Yeah. I don't want that experience. Thank you.
You said you don't want it.
I don't want that experience.
No. Deneen, I want to tell the audience as well, so right before you came on, we were talking about the blueprint for manager success. And we were talking about these authors who stepped up to the plate. And guess what? We have one of them on the show tonight.
Yes, you
Deneen
do.
Humphrey is one of the contributing authors of the book, The Blueprint for Manager Success. And let me tell you what, folks, Deneen was nervous about this. She was like, wait a minute, I don't know just yet. And guess what? She wrote the first chapter in the book.
Wow.
You had to set the stage, right?
Always first.
Right. Absolutely. And the title of her chapter is "You Can Do It Too." Mm-hmm. And we're excited and glad that Deneen stepped up and became one of our authors. So it's great to have you on the show as well.
Thank you.
As an entrepreneur, we all have great days and we all have challenging days, right? Tell us, what's been the best day and what's been one of the most challenging days?
The best day that I've had as an entrepreneur, actually, straight up no chaser, is when I enrolled in the BEI Bootcamp. And I'll share with you my reasons why. Often we say that we want to start a business, right? We have this great vision. We have this dream. We have a plan, so we think. And we realize that all of that, none of that equates to a business. None of that puts you actually in the position to be an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. And so, in my becoming a part of this family, the greatest day for my business is when this family embraced me and I embraced this BEI family. And I learned how to elevate my mind and elevate my money and make some ching ching in the
Mm.
at the same time.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
One of the worst days as for me as an entrepreneur is chasing a rabbit that did not exist.
Mm.
It's going around in circles, around and around and around, trying to um, do this or do that. It's I think we call it in our family we call it chasing shining objects, right? The shining
Mm-hmm.
object syndrome.
Mhm.
That's what Paul Martinelli teaches us, who is a great part of your family. He teaches us that we don't chase shiny objects. And so, as a result of that, chasing shining objects, we go here and I went there and I'm there and I'm there. And as an entrepreneur,
Mhm.
you cannot chase, again, all of these rabbits that really don't exist. You have to know what you're called to do, who you're called to do it to and or for, and then hone in on that. And
Mhm.
so my worst day as an entrepreneur is all of the day. I can't even say one day. Let's say all of the days with S's on the end that I chased shiny objects that really did not exist to perpetuate my business, my vision, and or my dream.
I love that. And as Cedric said, the entrepreneur journey is up, down, up, down, up, down. And there's so many that they go up, they go down, but they stay down and they
Mhm.
never try to get back up again. So
Yes.
for you, what was that motivation? What did you see that you said that I have to sign up for this business boot camp? Like what was that for you?
The motivation for me was, well, for one, in honesty, I knew you guys, one, and two, I saw that you were not only talking success and assistance and helping others, you weren't just talking about it, you were actually doing it. And one of the things that I learned just from having a um, following Cedric and being a part of our JMT DNA, I found that people with money are not intimidated by other folks getting money, and they're not afraid to help other people get it, right? And so, one of the motivating factors for me was how all of you all in your own spaces had gained so much respect and had even gained financial leverage and was not afraid and or intimidated to assist others to do likewise. You were not afraid to give what you had and to release what you had learned so that others can learn it and be great too. You did not see where it was necessary only to keep the knowledge to yourself. Often in our community, we have this pull your own self up by your own bootstraps.
Yeah.
But if nobody, what if I don't have a pair of boots? And so what I found is that you all showed me how to get a pair of boots, how to wear the boots, and how to wear them in class and with style. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm showing off my boots.
Well, I love it. All righty.
Yes.
I absolutely love that response, Deneen, and you're absolutely right. Um, when people come to the boot camp, and even outside the boot camp, we are. When I say we, I'm talking about Nicole, Angela, and myself. We are really trying to help people go to another level. And It's not about us holding information back, saying, well, if you do this, then we can give more information to it. It's sort of like when you go up to the machine that has the quarters that, if you put in the quarter the right way and goes in that slot, it's going to push other quarters down. But you got to keep putting quarters in, and you seem like nothing ever is coming, right? We're not like that in the boot camp. Once you get in the boot camp, you're getting at everything.
Yeah. Yes.
And because we want you to be successful in your business.
And one of the things that I would like to add is that BEI is not multi-level marketing. It's not the people on the bottom bringing somebody in and causing just the people at the top to secure a bag. That is not what BEI does. BEI actually, just like we hear the mantra of MLM programs, how they help families. Well, BEI helps families as well, but not with that same platform. BEI helps families secure the bag by imparting into and pouring into individuals, and then releasing those individuals into their dream and their pre-purposed destiny. And then not only do you do that, but you keep us connected. You stay connected to the people that you've released to make sure that you're okay in your business, to make sure that you're running. We're not always running at the same pace, but you care enough to make sure that we are continuing to run. So you don't bring us in, give us something, and then force us to give you something back and then drop us off. That is not at all what our family at BEI does and what you guys do as co-founders and leaders. And that is priceless.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. For sharing that with the audience so that they can better understand that, because people never know, right? There's a lot of different things that are out there. So we hope that they pick up what you're laying down here tonight. So there is one. There's several parts in the course of these intense 8 weeks, and the part that I really love is the sales and negotiation.
Ooh,
right. So we have audience. Let me kind of help paint the picture for you. So Tuesday night is about training. So the founders, we're training the group. But then Thursday is all about the students. And they then have to come prepared for with their homework assignment and walk us through what they did, whether that's a business plan, whether that's some branding, whether that's whatever it is. But on doing sales and negotiations week, and these are 2 separate weeks, we have what's called a sales simulation and a negotiation simulation. So now it's no longer talking about it. You actually have to do it, right? So they have to go through a 15 to 20 minute sales call. They have to go through a 15 to 20 minute lead, a 15 to 20 minute negotiations, right? And look, we're not just going to give up the goods. They got to work for them. So tell us, what was it like for you going through the sales and negotiation simulation?
Well, I'm not sure if anyone in your audience, if you are not, I need you to go and check it out. If you are familiar with that meme where the guy just falls back into the shrubbery, right, and want to hide, SpongeBob, he just want to hide and just don't want to come back out anymore. That was me with sales and negotiations. To just give you a little background, I had a mental clog. Let's just be honest. I had a mental clog as it related to the way I interpreted sales and my relationship with sales and my own relationship with money. And when BEI talks about their mantra, elevating your mindset and elevating your money, my mindset as it relates to my own relationship with money had to be elevated. And so I was very resistant to sales because I saw sales as the guy at the car dealership, number one. I saw sales as a lack of morality. And because I grew up in the church and have a church background and foundation, I was clueless as to how I was going to be able to have a business and serve God at the same time, and people were going to pay for it. What I learned was that I did not have to choose. God never called me to have to decide whether I would do either or, but I could have both and. So when I got to the sales module of boot camp, I was hyperventilating. It was like somebody had poured sand down my throat and I could not breathe because I was unfamiliar.
Okay, that's different.
Yes, because I did not like sales. It's like, I don't like asking people for money. That is not what sales was at all. You're not asking anybody for money in sales. What I learned and what I was able to embrace was that I'm not asking people for money. I am showing people how to invest in themselves to become the best version of themselves. And I'm not selling anything. I'm simply just telling you who I am and what I do. And then you get to choose.
Right.
And when I learned that I'm not like, you need this you got to buy this, and when I learned that, honey, that's not sales. That wasn't it. When I learned that, again, that I'm just simply saying, this is what I do. And if what I do resonates with you, let's have a conversation. And I learned that in the sales module. Now, when we did negotiations, I'm sure I did mine more times than everybody else that was in my cohort, because here I have to negotiate. And that means that I have to be secure. I have to be confident. I have to be on point with what I have to say to you. And then I have to be able to assist you and navigate you in this journey to becoming you, right? And so in this conversation, I'm assisting you in this role, in this journey, right? We're doing this dance on this journey. I've provided the dance floor, I've provided the music, and now I'm inviting you to come and dance. And sometimes you may say, I don't know how to dance, or I'm too old to dance, or I'm just too tired to dance. I don't stop there. I invite you to come and not dance alone, but to dance with me. And I let you know that I'm a safe place for you to dance with. And when I learned that in negotiations, that yes is not going to always be my first answer. I had to learn how to do some new moves and do some new steps and come up with some new dances, child, so you can get on the floor with me.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just 2 weeks out of the 8 weeks. So so we have a very intentional and intensive curriculum within the Black Entrepreneurs Business Bootcamp, and every week builds on each other. So we start with our first week, start kind of laying the foundation of what a business is, what do you need to establish a business, and then we take you through this journey of the business mindset. What are the things that you need for finding your niche? Who's your target, and branding? And how are you kind of structuring your business in the marketplace? So, Denise, just take us back like 6 months before you joined the boot camp, right? And then now you've gone through this 8 weeks. How has your business, because we're all about results, right? We are result oriented program. So we want to see these actions put to life in the real world. So how have you taken what you have learned and then put it to your business, and what has been some of your results so far?
Well, I let me go back. I learned. Well, let's go back to 6 months before boot camp. Let's start there. I had an inconsistent, very expensive hobby. Like many others, as I said before, we have a dream to own a business, and we think that we're doing a business, but it really is just an expensive hobby. Without the parameters in place, it is not a recognized business, and it can be illegal. And so, what I learned from the very first day that I stepped into the institute, I learned so much that I didn't know just from the business startup list that you guys provide. I had no idea that I had to have business insurance. I had no idea that I had to, while, we can tag a LLC or whatever on the end, it could be a part of our tagline, but that has to be registered with the IRS, and it has to be recognized as a legal business. And, nobody teaches us that. We have to register for tax payments. You need to know what your business is doing, what your money is doing in your business, right? How much money do you have coming in versus how much money are you spending out? What are your business expenses? I never considered the fact that I take courses. I'm forever a learner and will forever be a learner. That's a business expense. I did not recognize or realize that purchasing a printer is a business expense. I didn't realize that, you got to pay taxes on this business. You can't just show up and be a business and not give Uncle Sam something. I also did not realize that you pay what you owe, pay Caesar what is Caesar, but that then you pay yourself. All of the money that you make in your business is not for you to go and shop. You gotta grind a little and get, build up a little bit. I did not know that I could get QuickBooks to help manage my finances and be a picture for me, a snapshot of what's coming in and what's going out. So as a result of BEI and being on inside of this institute and being on this journey, those were things that I put in place. And as a result of that, not only, did BEI challenge me to the consistency and to be able to engage others and bring others into my space. What was more important to me was the things that I learned that helped create a legitimate business that really is a business that took my vision and dream and goal from a unknown hobby to a real business, a business plan. You teach us that we have to have a business plan. We write the business plan, then we have to come back and present the business plan, and then it has to be tweaked. And then we have a vision and a mission statement, and that has to be tweaked. We learn how to create a brand. We learn to identify who our niche is, because for me, being a person who has 30 years in plus in ministry, I just want to help everybody. I am as a preacher called to everybody, but in my business, everybody's not going to fit. And that was also a hard place for me to actually just hone in on this group of people to identify these are not the only people that I am able to minister to or bring ministry to and or serve, but being on this campus showed me how to be clear in what I'm doing in my business, because what I do in my business is not what I do at the church. And I learned that.
Wow.
And it's not that the two can't marry, because I am both of them. But I don't take church and make it my business. That is not what I do. And so I learned on this campus how to separate and still be one. And so as a result of that, I have been able to create what is becoming a really good coaching business, a great mentoring business. And because I've, always been a speaker, let me say this. I thought that I was a good speaker because I was a preacher. But when you get on the campus of BEI, you really learn that you're not the preacher there, sis. You're going to learn some good speaking techniques so that you can go back into your corporate business and present your boss a program so that your boss can become your client. And I learned that on this campus. And that's what I'm doing. I'm offering them nice people a workshop with a book that I co-authored.
Wow.
Absolutely. And the name of that book is
Rise Up, the Blueprint for New Manager Success.
absolutely.
I love it.
That is awesome, exciting, and all that type of stuff. So, you go through the boot camp, and then you start thinking about, okay, so now it's over. What am I going to do? So if you start thinking about, and you have, what I want you to do is share with the audience, what's your plans now that you're post boot camp, meaning in the mindset of what you've gone through. What's your plan now for your business?
Well, my plan for my business is continue to grow it. However, I am very well aware that as I coach others, I have to as well remain coachable. As I grow others, I have to continue to grow. And I don't want to let the cat out the bag. But as I said earlier, that BEI, the institute doesn't just leave you here. There is another level to the institute called Emerald that also helps you continue to grow as an individual. So as I grow my business, as I continue to grow my brand, the DR Humphrey Group, as I continue to market my business and I continue to put my business out there, I'm the pom-pom for my business right now. I'm the cheerleader for my business right now. As my business continues to grow, the next thing for me, Cedric, is to grow my business and continue to grow myself. I don't think that as an entrepreneur, we're just one and done, that we can ever stop learning. The reason that we never stop learning is one, that the market always changes. There's always something new that is coming. There's always something new to learn. There's always another place to grow to. And I believe that as entrepreneurs, that if we stop growing or we feel as though we have plateaued, then we have just said that my business will only grow to this place. I don't want my business to grow at $100,000. I want to be $1 million plus income earner. And the way that I do that is, one, I stay consistent. I continue to grow. I write the vision and I make it plain, and I work my plan. So that's what I plan to do post boot camp, and just go on to the next level.
I absolutely love it.
Yes, 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 yes. This is the type of, response and outcome that we love to hear. And no, we didn't give her no script. We didn't tell her what to say. No, this is genuine, her genuine experience, her authentic self, that she came into this program had a desire to create a business, and these are the results that she has seen within just 8 weeks. And we're so excited for her and all the things that she is going to accomplish. So just tell our audience, there might be somebody out there who can resonate with a lot of the things that you said, because their journey as an entrepreneur has been hard. They're struggling. They may have an expensive hobby, but desire a real business, or they may not really know their niche. Like, why should an entrepreneur join the BEI Bootcamp?
Well, an entrepreneur should join BEI Bootcamp. First of all, as I said before, you learn real business models. It's a real business model. It shows you how to create a real business model. Now, don't get it twisted. There is nothing easy about boot camp. There are days when you will absolutely hate it. You're watching videos. Let me just be clear. You have to watch the teaching videos. You can't just be on the teaching video on Tuesday and then think that you're going to be prepared to present to become the teacher on Thursday. You have to watch them at least 3 times. And sometimes those videos are being watched in the middle of the night. It takes sacrifice to create a business, and it takes sacrifice to become a part, to be what's the word I'm looking for? To be successful on this campus. Mm-hmm. It takes intentionality. It takes consistency. A desire without a plan equals not going real far. And why would you want to start a business or have a desire for a business and it stops at an expensive hobby? You can turn your hobby into a business.
I agree with you.
Because you can turn your hobby into a business and serve with the passion and the fire that is within you, and be able to, and I don't mean this in any down way, but be able to get paid for it. I love God and I love God's people, but I also love my business, and God loves my business too. There is a scripture where Jesus said to his disciples before he was ascending back into heaven to be seated at the right hand of his Father. He says to them when he was given the talents, he said, "You occupy until I come." I did a study on that scripture, and that scripture actually means you go and do business in the earth until I return. Mm-hmm. If Jesus said, go and do business, who are we to not follow the commands of Jesus Christ? Go on and get you a business. Start you a business. Can you crochet? Come to BEI. Can you knit? Come to BEI. You want to learn how to train others and be a great speaker? Come to BEI. It doesn't matter what your business idea is. I am a product of BEI as a preacher who's doing business ministry. And there are others who are doing, one of my cohorts, amazing. She works with women in the STEM industry. Amazing. One of my other cohorts is a guy who has a business, who is selling and introducing and teaching extinguished gentlemen how to love themselves through healthy skincare. Amazing. It doesn't matter what type of business you have or that you desire. This campus will help you elevate your business. It will help you be visible. Why have a business and don't nobody know it? Why be a business owner and don't nobody know it? This campus teaches you how to market your business correctly, how to market it with confidence and clarity, and how to attract those who need you to you. Can I share this with you? There are people that are waiting on you because of what you have on the inside of you. And there are people that will pay you for what's inside of you. They're just waiting on you to show up. And so I want to encourage you, first of all, to be prepared to show up by equipping yourself with the right skills and tools to be able to show up with confidence, to show up with clarity, and to show up without excuses, and to show up without apologies. I learned this on the campus of BEI, and it's going to be highlighting on Saturday. It's a part of my brand new t shirt line. I do have a line called D's Tees, and the t shirt says, I am my own yes. I want to encourage you to become your own yes. Nobody has to give you permission to be great. You are already great. Everything that you need to be a successful entrepreneur, it's already on the inside of you. Allow the co-founders of BEI Institute and this campus and this family to help navigate your journey toward your own personal success. It's worth it. It's priceless. There's no amount of investment. You're not spending money, you're making an investment. And there's no amount of investment that will be able to match what you're going to gain when you arrive on this campus.
Well, and the church say amen.
Pass the plate.
I love it.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. So we have a few minutes left here, and I want to thank you, Deneen, for several things. One, for stepping up to the challenge and accepting the challenge of becoming an author. Number two, I want to thank you for being willing to come on and on the show and talk about your experience through boot camp, right? And sharing with the audience really from your heart what you got from the boot camp and how it's going to benefit you and your business. So thank you for both of those. And then just thank you for always being a part of other groups that we have and being supportive and taking those things and putting them into action, right? So that's one. That's the other thing. And then I want to talk to our audience and audience. You have an opportunity. The link is in the comments to join the next boot camp. Our next boot camp starts Tuesday, April 5th. So we are a little less than a month away. And right now you have an opportunity to take advantage of a 20% discount. That's on the website. All you have to do is click the link and the discount will appear for you. But go to the site, just click the link and go to the site. And what I want you to do is I want you to join. Now here's why I want you to join. It's not about the fee that you pay for the boot camp, but I want you to join because there's going to be a lot that you're going to gain and benefit from being a part of this boot camp. So I just want to highlight some of the things that's going to happen. You see, when you first come to the boot camp, one, we're going to welcome you with open arms and welcome you into the family. Right. Then we're going to start that first teaching, and it's going to be about Dr. Nick is going to lay it out, laying a solid foundation for your business, getting you kicked off for your business. And then we're going to come back the next week and we're going to help you understand how to identify your niche, help you identify what problems you solve, your ideal client, competition, all of those things. Then we're going to come back that following week and we're going to help you create your brand. Setting the steps, helping you develop the steps to create your brand, right? And then we have a session that we call Moving the Commas. This is all about the duckies, the dollars.
Yes, sir. All about the zeros.
Absolutely. They say shucky ducky quack quack. This is what it's all about. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and that's turning plans into profits. That's what we want you to understand. Then we're going to go into sales, and the sales boot camp and the sales simulation is going to take you to another level. I'm going to help you the next week with a discovery meeting training to help you understand how to handle yourself in a discovery meeting, how discovery meetings can make and break your sales cycle. Right. Then we're going to come right back with negotiation skills, and then we're going to round it all out with the pitfalls of entrepreneurial success, right? To help you make sure that you don't go and get into those pitfalls. And then we have a real graduation, right? And we want to give you the pomp and circumstance, music, and everything, right? So go ahead and take advantage of that 20% discount. We thank you for tuning in tonight. And Dr. Nick, thanks for hosting the show. And we will see you again next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you tune in, but go click on that link and join the boot camp. Thank you.
Join the boot camp. Thank you guys for having me. Good night.
Thank you, Deneen. Good night, everyone.